You're watching the RWL YouTube channel, yeah. The following professional wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
Hey fans, we are back tonight in East Rutherford, New Jersey for tonight's Rwl Sn Rl. Wally Cardill, Johnny Bianco, and Hangman Tex in the booth amped for tonight's card, and just days away from our WL homecoming at the Richmond County Sportsplex in New York City on the 25th.
And the events of the past few weeks, and events happening tonight, are gonna shape what you fans see at the Rich next Wednesday, and the lineup this evening is gonna be a solid appetizer for the main course at homecoming, the birthplace of RWL.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing tonight? Oh, man, I do love the week before Supercard. I always get real excited. I guess a couple of headaches here and there, of course, from inherent problems that come from being a general manager. But you know what? It's all worth it at the end of the day.
Damn right it is. And let's get the ball rolling with our first half opener, a Legends Division match, setting magnificent Don Morocco and the Iron Sheik on a collision course.
Oh, well, now, we are definitely starting off on the good foot tonight.
So let's take it to ringside for the introductions from ring announcer Bud Morton.
Good evening, East Rutherford. Welcome to our WL Sn Rl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, from Sunset Beach, Hawaii, weight 275 pounds, the magnificent Don Morocco. A solid mainstay in the Legends division, and a key part of the Grand Wizard's stable, Morocco always seems to be around, always active, and always ready for a fight. And tonight, he's got a gem of a fight with Sheiky Baby, who's another consistent performer within the Legends division. I'm kind of banking on the Iron Sheik to take the win home tonight, given his experience and success in both single and tag competition. With Tojo Yamamoto and his opponent from Tehran, Iran, weighing 256 pounds, the Iron Sheik.
Speaking of Tojo Yamamoto, he and Iron Sheik are scheduled to be in tag team action this Wednesday at homecoming. Their opponents are still pending, according to Myron Schimmelman, but the pair of the Sheik and Tojo will face whoever it is like they faced everyone else, with some serious violence.
I gotta admit, I really do like Don Morocco, even though he's a bit of a jerk. Do you ever see that match where he ate a meatball sub while beating the crap out of an opponent?
I have, but I also laughed at an interview he did while eating roast chicken with his hands and a mouthful of chicken. Hilarious.
Gotta admit, guys, we're starting right from the rip tonight with a solid Legends Division matchup. With Don Morocco and the Iron Sheik starting things off tonight, referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Here we go. Iron Sheik charges, misses with the clothesline. Morocco catches him from behind, tags him with a shot to the back. Iron Sheik whipped to the ropes. There's an elbow right to the face from Don Morocco. As the Grand Wizard of Wrestling looks on. Whoa! Took the Iron Sheik down hard. Drop kick to the side of the head from Don Morocco. A stomp that misses. Iron Sheik back up on his feet, locks it up with the magnificent one. Couple of knees into the midsection of Don Morocco, and he steps back. Iron Sheik charges again, catches a knee right to the head from Morocco. Iron Sheik rolls out to the outside. Morocco up on the top far right turnbuckle, and here we go. Double axe handle right to the top of the dome of the Iron Sheik. Sheiky Baby right back up again, but rounded up into a bear hug on the outside. Won't get a submission like that, but he can certainly try and wear the Iron Sheik out a little bit. Iron Sheik's not having it. Couple of elbows to the side of the head, a double ear clap. Morocco steps back. The Sheik charges, drives a knee into his head instead. Well, turning things around pretty quick here. Morocco locks him up, tries to drop him into the ring steps, but doesn't quite make it. A magnificent one. Tries for the bear hug again, catches the double axe handle to the back and a stomp. Iron Sheik rounds him back up. Referee Willie Johnson still counting, but Iron Sheik makes his way back inside the ring. Likewise, Don Morocco. The Magnificent One locked up by Sheiky Baby, hard whip to the ropes. Oh, and a quick elbow takedown. Morocco back up and quickly right back down again. The Iron Sheik with a single leg crab on Morocco, but too close to the ropes. Referee on for the break. Iron Sheik takes himself up to the top turnbuckle. Morocco laid out. Oh, Iron Sheik misses with the driving knee. Morocco rounds him up by the throat and pitches him towards the referee near the far left corner. A kick to the shoulder. Don Morocco rounds up the Iron Sheik. Moving around a little bit here. Whips the Sheik to the ropes. Another elbow takes the Iron Sheik down to the mat. A rebound off the ropes. And a running splash to the Iron Sheik from the Magnificent Don Morocco. Another kick to the ribs and another stomp to the back. The Grand Wizard loving what he's seeing right now as Morocco rains right hands on the head of the Iron Sheik. Magnificent Don Morocco goes right back in on the attack. More punches to the side of the head of the Iron Sheik. Don Morocco up on the middle rope, far left turnbuckle. Here we go. Diving splash off the top. Morocco covers, hooks the leg. One. Not even a one. Now, Iron Sheik struggles to get to a standing position on the outside apron, using the ropes to get himself stood up. Don Morocco stalking him. There's a hard right to the head of the Iron Sheik. He gets a hold of him and brings him right back in the hard way. Another shot to the head from Don Morocco. A clubbing overhand right to the back of the Iron Sheik. A stomp to the head. Man, Don Morocco's on fire here. Another stomp. Another knee to the face of the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik in big time trouble right now. Another arm snap from Morocco. Another stomp to the back. Don Morocco on fire here against the Iron Sheik in our opening matchup. And whoop, Iron Sheik turns it around. A little do the hustle. A kick to the midsection. Rounds up Morocco. Wrist clutch kick to the right to the solar plexus, as they used to call it. There's a clothesline that takes Morocco down. Iron Sheik already busted open and gouging the face of Don Morocco. Morocco slammed down to the canvas face first. Iron Sheik delivers a kick to the leg, flips him over. Morocco rolls out to the floor looking for some kind of safety. Ain't gonna get it here. The Iron Sheik right there on the outside waiting for him, with the referee counting. Morocco gets a hold on him, sets him up, gets a hold of the trunks, and vertical suplex on the floor on the outside to the Iron Sheik. Morocco locks up the Sheik, catches a kick to the gut. Morocco delivers a kick to the gut. Iron Sheik rolls him back inside the ring. The count now broken. Morocco charges, gets a hold on the Iron Sheik, hard whip to the ropes, and a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Don Morocco. Iron Sheik rolls to the outside. He's mad. Morocco goes out on the outside with him and goes into another bear hug on the outside, with referee Willie Johnson counting. The Grand Wizard looking on. Iron Sheik struggling to get loose here. And again, more elbows to the side of the head. Another double ear clap disengages Don Morocco, and there's a knee right to the head from the Iron Sheik. Cheeky baby rounds up Don Morocco, gets a hold on him, drives him into the barricade the hard way, and then his head, his head right into the edge of the barricade, and there's a backbreaker, a nice high one from the Iron Sheik. Morocco rounded up again by the Sheik, rolled back inside the ring. The Iron Sheik takes himself up to the top far right turnbuckle. Morocco face down on the canvas near center, and there's a diving elbow right across the back of Don Morocco. Morocco back up on his feet. Iron Sheik right there to put a disrespectful slap right to the face. I told you Iron Sheik was provoked. Morocco avoids the knee, delivers the headbutt to the Iron Sheik, takes him down to the canvas, gathers him back up again. Morocco, with a quick and dirty Samoan drop, but it did the job. Morocco rounds up the Iron Sheik. Here we go. It's a pile driver. Damn. Okay. Iron Sheik in big time trouble right now. Being dragged towards center by Morocco, who covers and hooks the leg. Here's the ref. 1, 2, but no. Iron Sheik still kicked out. Wow. Took the pile driver and kicked out of it. Double boots to Morocco from the Iron Sheik. An elbow right to the face. Morocco whipped to the ropes. There's another elbow to the face from the Iron Sheik, and I told you, he's, well, chokey from Sheiky, baby, on Morocco, and he's choked out pretty good by the look of it. Morocco laid out, Iron Sheik on the top turnbuckle, draws the knee right into the chest. He nailed it that time. Morocco getting his face gouged again by the Iron Sheik. Locks him up from behind, rear waist lock, reverse dragon sleeper, a series of short knees into the back, and an inverted DDT. A pretty neat combination from the Iron Sheik. Morocco back up on his feet. Locks it up with the Iron Sheik, has him up in a front cradle, takes a little walk with him, slams his back into the turnbuckle, spins him out towards center ring. And Morocco covers. 1, 2. But, well, now Morocco picking up a win over the Iron Sheik by pinfall.
The time, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Don Morocco.
The Magnificent One picking himself up a pinfall win over the Iron Sheik. That is just the tip of the iceberg, folks. We'll be right back with more Snarl in just a minute. He's got 1 win and 1 loss on his record since he returned to the RWL Legends division. But tonight, the madman from the Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher, set to face off with an equally challenging opponent in Yokozuna.
Contest is set for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from the land of the rising sun, weighing 589 pounds, here is Yokozuna.
You heard Buck Rat, that is not a typographical error on his index card. 589 pounds is exactly the weight of Yokozuna. That is a big man. Outweighs Abdullah the Butcher by a couple of hundred, and that's going to be a real problem for Abby, since this is not a hardcore match where he can stick a fork in the guy's eye.
589 pounds. He even outweighs my least favorite tub of hog fat, Vader. But that's beside the point. This clash of super heavyweights is going to test the strength of our ring for sure. And who knows which of these two behemoths is gonna go home with a win on their books tonight.
It's not gonna be exactly easy for Yokozuna. Standard rules are damn near meaningless to the madman from the Sudan. Sure, Yuko has the weight advantage, but that could be canceled out by Abdullah's sheer savagery.
Imagine if this had been a hardcore style matchup. It would definitely be a lot more gruesome than it's gonna be already.
But we will get to see Abby in a no-rules match for the J5 Extreme title at Homecoming this Wednesday, when he'll go one-on-one against the Sandman for the title, and that's almost guaranteed to be a serious bloodletting.
And his opponent from the Sudan, weighing 365 pounds, the Japan 5-star Extreme Champion, Abdullah the Butcher.
We got our share of crazies here in RWL, but pound for pound, Abdullah the Butcher, well, he's one of the craziest. If he could take the Japan 5-star title away from RWL Hall of Famer, the deranged King Ott, he's definitely got something going on. Oh man, he's got a serious challenge ahead of him in front of Yokozuna. Again, outweighs him by a good couple of hundred. And well, he's just going to have to resort to whatever sneaky tricks he can get into without the referee catching him. And he's an expert at it, and the referee's not catching him.
With exactly 1 win and 1 loss on his record, this match is an opportunity to improve that record by 1, even if Abby doesn't fully understand what it means. Myron is terrified of the guy. He says he doesn't speak. He communicates by nodding his head yes or shaking it no.
And yeah, we know we're taking a hell of a chance putting the 2 super heavyweights in here this early on in the show. Hope the ring don't bust. Oh, look at Abdullah. Look at them eyes. Wow. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. Abdullah shoved right down to the mat by Yokozuna. A big chop right across the top of that big bald dome. Yoko beating on the head of Abdullah the Butcher. There's a throat chop. There's a second. Goes behind on him, and there's a German suplex. That's a lot of weight to manipulate. Oh, big time headbutt to Abdullah the Butcher. His head's going to be real sore after this one. Yokozuna locks up Abby, escorts him towards the ropes, turns him around. Let's see. Oh, top rope choke from Yokozuna. He knows he's in there with a madman. He knows he's in there with like one of the most brutal, savage wrestlers in the world. He is going to town, not allowing Abdullah the Butcher any chance to mount any offense. Yokozuna. Ooh, missed the... Oh, he hurt his hand on that one. Abdullah got out the way. Jumped right down to the mat again. There's a stomp to the back of that head one more time. Another knee to the head. Yokozuna forcing... Oh, man, there's an elbow to the chest. At least he's interspersing it with a little bit of variety this time. Abdullah the Butcher rounded up to a seated position by Yoko, gouging the face of Abdullah the Butcher. Goes behind on him again. There's a hard shot to the back. Whip to the rope. Oof, kitchen sink knee to that big old gut. And Abby gets himself to a standing position against the ropes. There's a big right from Yokozuna, and there's a second one. Yokozuna with a chop across the chest, drapes the leg over the middle rope, and decides he wants to try and take it on home with him. Abby staggering. Why not? He's been getting the crap kicked out of him for almost 2 minutes now. Yokozuna, cover, push the leg. Wow. Just the one. Yokozuna makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Abby laid out near center. Big time flying splash. That's a lot of weight. Yokozuna rallying the fans here in East Rutherford. Abdullah the Butcher has yet to mount any sort of real credible offense as Yokozuna is slowly taking him apart. There's a stomp to the back. Yokozuna. Oh, a low belly stomp and walks it off too. Oh, man. Poor kid's appendix. Oh, wow. Abby whipped to the ropes again. There's another elbow and down to the mat he goes again. Misses with the elbow. Abdullah with a running boot right to the face. With those curly Persian sandals. There's a knee to the head. Abby with a low shot. And a stomp to the leg. Looks like Abdullah the Butcher might be turning things around here for himself. Rounds up Yokozuna. Hard whip to the far left corner. Yoko rounded up. Oh, look at this. Shifted his weight and turned it around on Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah getting his face gouged again. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, I guess. And again, Yokozuna tries it, but this time it's Abby who shifts his weight and drops right on the chest of Yokozuna there. Shoulder claw. Well, now, Abby definitely trying to slow Yokozuna down, but a leg sweep takes him down to the mat. There's another stomp to the midsection. Abdullah the Butcher driving all of his weight into the lower back of Abdullah. Oh, man. Nearly snapped the damn ropes. Look at this one-arm slam from Yokozuna on the outside. Referee Rwl Sn Rl already counting. There's a leg drop across the throat of Abdullah the Butcher. Yokozuna gathers him up, rolls him back inside the ring. And so far, this match has been primarily all about Yokozuna. Abdullah the Butcher laid out face down. What's he got in mind here? Takes himself to the top turnbuckle again. Big time dive, but he missed it. Abdullah the Butcher got out the way. And right back into the shoulder claw again on Yokozuna. Referee calling for the break. A stomp to the midsection of Yokozuna. Abdullah drives his face into the mat. Followed up with a nice stomp too. And a stomp to the arm of Yokozuna. Abdullah the Butcher trying to put out the fire here. Here we go, big time crossbody splash with a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Yokozuna getting that left shoulder up on 2. Abdullah the Butcher is getting a little bit cuckoo up in there. That ain't missed. Beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. Yokozuna on the receiving end of the business now. Abby. He's going to have lunch. And lunch is Yokozuna. Oh, man. What up? Abdullah gouging the face of Yokozuna. Rounds him up. A counter whip into the corner and a running splash from Yokozuna. There's a stomp to the midsection of Abdullah. There's a second. Now a boot to the throat of the madman of the Sudan. Yokozuna again turning the momentum around in his favor. Here it comes. The bonsai drop. That could be the end of the thing right there. Yoko covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is indeed it, folks. Yokozuna picking up a big-time win over Abdullah the Butcher by pinfall.
The time, 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Yokozuna.
In his long run here in the Legends Division, Yokozuna has won more than his share of matches, but this one against Abdullah the Butcher, I mean, he absolutely shone. In this matchup, he just tore Abdullah the Butcher up. And he is lucky it wasn't a hardcore match, otherwise the thing might have gone a whole other way. Alright folks, that's our second match in the books tonight. We've got a whole lot more on tap coming up. And coming up real soon, a ladies tag team matchup you're definitely going to want to check out. Stick around, we'll be right back on the other side of the break.
Up next, a ladies tag involving Jody Boric and Faye Crawford, JD and the Fox, against Power and Beauty, with the winner facing Las Reinas for the women's world tag titles at Homecoming.
Yeah, and I don't have to guess who you're rooting for, GB.
This next ladies tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Fairfield, Connecticut, Faye Crawford, and from Fontana, California, Jody Boric, JD, and the Fox.
Well, guys, the line to face Las Reinas for the Women's World Tag Team Championship stretches around the block like Star Wars 1977. But these two, JD and the Fox, they're first in line, along with Power and Beauty, who were the former Women's World Tag Team Champions before Las Reinas even came along. So, gonna be an interesting matchup. Both these teams very hungry to go face Las Reinas at Homecoming this Wednesday.
Both teams definitely compete at the championship level. Jody's a former women's international champion, a 2020 for Memphis Million winner, and Faye is a former tag champion as well. So you put that against Frankie and Marta, and there's literally no telling how this one's gonna end. For my taste, I wouldn't mind seeing JD and the Fox win it, only because Frankie and Marta have already been to the top once already.
Their opponents accompanied by Sylvia Strong from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Francis Frankenco, and from Redlands, California, Marta Gordon, Power and Beauty.
Well, whichever team ends up going to Homecoming for that title match will still be dealing with the as yet still undefeated pair of Josie Rod and Lisa Rivera, and I'm pretty sure Las Reinas would much prefer taking a chance on Jody and Faye, rather than Frankie and Marta, the former champs.
And yes, Tex, obviously, I'm partial to Frankie and Marta, not just because they're personal friends, but rather because of their previous run as tag team champs. Something that Jody and Faye have never achieved.
That is a very valid argument, GB, and nice going trying to sound fair and balanced, but I don't believe you for 2 seconds.
Hey, believe me not, man. I'm telling the absolute truth, which is always how I roll Tex.
I know that, Johnny. I'm just having fun with you. Okay, the ladies have chosen up sides. It's going to be the Fairfield Fox, Faye Crawford, and Francis Frankie Picone starting off in this very important, very decisive tag team matchup. As referee Walt Ross Burns sounds the bell, they come center ring. Faye Crawford caught from behind by Frankie Picone, catches a shot to the back, whip to the Power and Beauty corner. Here comes Marta Gordon on the tag right away, wasting no time. Faye Crawford whipped to the ropes, drop toe hold and an elbow across the back. As Marta Gordon takes over for Power and Beauty, drives a knee into the head of the Fairfield Fox. Faye Crawford catches a knee to the side of the head. Marta Gordon, real aggressive, has been for a long time, putting the boot right to the midsection of the Fairfield Fox. Faye Crawford rounded up to a standing position again, whipped right back into the PNB corner. There's an elbow, whipped right, right back out center ring. There's a shot to the back, whipped right back into the corner again. Here comes Frankie Picone one more time. Another whip to the ropes, the drop toe hold and the elbow delivered again by alternating partners. And here's a quick tag to the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Boric. Jody takes down Frankie Picone with an elbow and a clothesline that glances but doesn't quite fully connect. A hard shot to the back to Jody Warwick. A kick to the midsection from Frankie Picone. There's a hard shot to the back. Down goes Jody Warwick. Jody rounded back up. A clothesline from Frankie. Frankie Picone locks it up with the Memphis Millionaire. Escorts her towards the corner. Smashes her head into the turnbuckle. Driving shoulders into the midsection and a clubbing back. Oh, man. Jody rolls to the outside. Frankie Picone off the top line. Cross body to Jody Warwick. Referee Walt Rothburn already counting a series of stomps right to the face of Jody Warwick. And now her face getting grounded into the floor. Damn. There's an elbow right to the back of the head. Okay. Slammed again face first into the... wow. Frankie Picone rolls Jody back inside the ring. Man, Power and Beauty's on a tear tonight, Jody Warwick makes her way to the corner. Here comes the Fairfield Fox again. Faye Crawford with a knee right to the face of Frankie Picone. Frankie laid out face down center ring and, oh man, double knee stomp into the canvas from Faye Crawford. Crawford with a stomp right into the knee, driving it into the mat. Quickly takes her down. The Fairfield Fox with a series of mounted bully punches on Frankie Picone. The Fairfield Fox on her feet first, a rebound off the ropes, and oh, what a senton to Frankie Picone. Frankie rounded back up, locked up by the Fairfield Fox. Will do the hustle here, and there's a kick to the midsection from Frankie Picone. Frankie Picone quickly countering. There's a forearm taken down. Faye Crawford to the canvas. Faye Crawford brought back up to a standing position and whipped right back into the Power and Beauty corner. Where's this one gonna go? Hit first into the turnbuckles. Where's it gonna go? Frankie Picone playing tug of war with the arm of the Fairfield Fox. A hard right hand from Frankie. Here's a tag to Marta Gordon. Sylvia Strong, your girlfriend, Johnny, having a great time watching this one. Double arm drag. Marta Gordon turns her attention towards Jody Warwick. Brings her in over the top rope the hard way. Clubbing overhand right. Faye Crawford laid out on the outside. Right now it is looking all Power and Beauty. A knee to the head of Jody Warwick from Marta Gordon. Faye Crawford finally starting to stir, gets back up to a standing position, gets back inside the ring. And drives a knee right into the head of Marta Gordon. A rebound off the ropes and woohoo! I'm not even sure what the hell that was, but it worked. Jody Warwick making her way back to her corner. There's a boot to the face from Faye Crawford. Here's a pin, here's a hook of the leg, and here's the ref. Not even a 1. Not even an 0.5. Faye Crawford rebounds off the ropes, another senton to Marta Gordon. They lock it up. Marta whipped to the ropes. Faye Crawford ducks under. Oof. A knee and a kick to the back of the head from Marta Gordon from the Fairfield Fox. There's a stomp to the arm as Faye Crawford opts to beat it out of town and turns it over to the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Warwick. The whip kitten catches a jumping neckbreaker. Here's a pin from Marta. 1, 2. As near to a near fall as we've had so far. Again, whoever wins this match is going to be facing Los Reinos at Homecoming for the title. Jody whipped to the Power and Beauty corner again. Marta Gordon. Landing on the middle rope. Here we go. Reverse dragon sweeper, just hanging Jody Warwick out to dry. And down goes Jody. Here comes Frankie Picone again. Jody rolls to the outside. Frankie Picone goes right after Faye Crawford. There's a hard right hand. Brings her in over the top rope. Meanwhile, Marta Gordon on the outside with Jody Warwick. Rolls her back inside the ring. Faye Crawford rolls to the outside. Oh, what a senton from Frankie Picone. Here's a pin, dead center ring. 1. Just the 1 that time. Everybody wants to face Los Reinos for the Women's World Tag Team titles. This match is getting a little bit intense. There's an elbow from Jody. Jody locks it up with Frankie Picone. Leads her towards the far right corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. Frankie Picone. The leg draped over the rope. There's a kick right to the leg of Frankie from Jody Warwick. Jody locks her up again real quick. Whips her to her team's corner. Jody Warwick slams the head of Frankie Picone into the turnbuckle. Frankie Picone on the receiving end of the bad business here, getting her arm yanked again, this time by the Memphis Millionaire. Jody Warwick takes herself up to the middle rope, gonna pay back the debt with the same coin, reverse dragon sleeper hanging up. Frankie Picone, as she rolls out towards center, here comes the Fairfield Fox again. Frankie Picone trying to make her way to the corner and get a tag, and she succeeds in doing so. Here comes Marta Gordon. Faye Crawford charges, drives a knee into the head of Marta. Goes right after Frankie Picone again. There's a forearm to her, and down she goes. Marta Gordon takes her down with an elbow. Faye Crawford rolls to the outside. No, it's total chaos now. Forget about it. Marta Gordon. Oh, slamming the face of Faye Crawford into the floor. Marta rounds up Faye Crawford. Rolls her back inside the ring. Sylvia Strong offering some encouragement to Marta Gordon here. Frankie Picone evades the attack from the Fairfield Fox. Marta Gordon gets a hold of her. But a quick counter from Crawford. There's a kick to the midsection. Marta Gordon goes down from a forearm from the Fairfield Fox. Rolls back up, catches a cheap shot from Jody, and spinning back fist from Faye Crawford. Marta Gordon definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time as the Fairfield Fox starts putting the boots to Marta Gordon. With Jody Warwick looking on, Sylvia Strong got to be a little bit concerned at this point. Marta Gordon whipped to the far right corner. Faye Crawford taking her time about moving in on her. Rounds up Marta, scoop slams her. Immediately goes for the pin here. One. Only just a one. We're going to get a lot of near falls in this sucker. The Fairfield Fox going to work on the head and neck of Marta Gordon with Sylvia Strong and Frankie Picone looking on. Got to be a little bit disturbed at this point. A stomp to the arm from Fairfield Fox. Faye Crawford, she steps out, turns it over to the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Warwick. Jody with a beautiful wraparound DDT right there. Both these teams on a sacred mission to face Los Renos at homecoming. One of them's going to win. There's a whip to the corner for Jody Warwick. Jody gets her head smashed into the turnbuckle one more time. Here comes Frankie Picone again. Another double team coming up. Off the middle rope, double axe handle to Jody Warwick from Frankie Picone. Frankie Picone takes her down to the mat into an armbar. Here comes the ref checking things out, but Faye Crawford right there to make the save for her team. Frankie Picone goes to work on Jody Warwick center ring. Gathers her back up to a standing position. Gets a hold on her. Hard whip into the Power and Beauty corner. Here comes Marta Gordon again. Here comes another double team. Marta has her up. There's the clothesline from Frankie, and down she goes. Marta Gordon goes for the pin here. Here comes the ref. 1, 2, 3. Looks like Power and Beauty's going to get another crack at Los Renos at homecoming.
The time, 9 minutes and 15 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Power and Beauty.
Well, we've just set ourselves up one very exciting women's tag team matchup for homecoming. Will it be Power and Beauty singing "We Did It Before and We Can Do It Again"? Or will Josie Rod and Lisa Rivera retain their undefeated streak and retain the Women's World Tag Team Championships at the same time? That's a real challenge. But Frankie and Marta definitely going to the dance. Kind of feel bad for JD and the Fox, but that's how the cookie crumbles. We'll be back with more RWL Sn Rl in just a hot second.
Well, now look who's here. Triple Crown champion Liberty Bell Danielle. Not scheduled to compete before Wednesday night at homecoming, but here to deliver some sort of message. So let's find out what's going on with the Liberty Bell.
Hi everybody. While I'm not wrestling on the card tonight, I wanted to take a minute to talk about the Sectarians. They're expected back from suspension soon, and now's the time to get this out in the open. Now what the men do, that's their business. My problem is with their ladies. Amanda Robinson, the Disciples of Darkness, Tiana, and Lilith Morella have been a serious pain in the ass since Memphis Million. costing Patty a chance to have won the Ladies' Battle Royal, then attacking Pam Parsons, putting her out of action for a while, but that wasn't enough. They tried to do the same crap to Brooklyn Von Braun too. All that on top of the constant threats to me, because I wouldn't join your pack of jackals, and Lilith trying to sideline me with a pile driver last year. Well, it's about time I did my part in all this, so that's why I'm putting the Japan 5-star women's belt on the line at Homecoming in New York this Wednesday, against any single one of you. Pick any one of your crazy witches to face me in this ring that night, and I'll not only hang on to the J5 women's belt, but it's time someone puts one of you on a stretcher and on the shelf.
Oh, foolish and impulsive child, there are more of us now, and you shall be first to meet one of two of the newest sectarians.
Oh, hell's bells no, Titania. Titania Tatiana has joined the sect.
One of two, Lilith said. And if Titania is the first, then it's sure Showbiz has joined their ranks too.
Well, Titania out here with Drew Draven and Selena Sheik. This is in no way good, ladies and gentlemen. This is no way good at all. Oh, man.
Seems they've not only returned early, but unannounced, and with reinforcements in Titania and Showbiz. Danielle totally caught off guard.
Looks like the disciples are hanging back, letting Titania go to work on Danielle. I knew it. I knew it just as soon as Titania and Showbiz failed to appear for their tag team match last week. The sectarians just had to be responsible.
Look at this. Danielle on the apron. And Titania up on the middle rope. Gets a hold on her in a dragon sleeper. And oh my God. Vertical suplex off the middle rope. Danielle is laid out. Titania, I guarantee you she's up to no good. The Disciples of Darkness cheering on Tatiana. And here we go. She's going to go under the... Oh, my. Somebody got to get out there and stop this, man.
Ah, geez. Right across the head with that kendo stick.
Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote quickly disarms her, delivers a hard shot with that kendo stick. Swings and misses that time. Oh, man. Oh, Titania just... Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, I wasn't exactly sure what happened when Titania and Showbiz FTA'd last week's tag team match, but I really did not think, I actually hoped this was not what was going to happen. Got a whole bunch of sectarian gals out here, less Amanda Robinson and Tiana and Lilith Morella, but she's made her presence known too.
Selena Sheik running interference for Titania, along with Drew Draven. And here's where these to do their part in this attack on Danielle Heathcote.
Because that's the way these scumbags work. Danielle's in a serious bind here, holding her own so far. But the numbers game is bound to overtake her if this goes on a whole lot longer.
But Danielle's never really been fearful of the sect despite the seemingly endless threats against her safety. Only now, this ain't no drill. I'm still slack-jawed that Titania and Showbiz are now part of the sectarians. This is just the worst, and just when we all thought they were being held at bay, but that ship has totally sailed.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, right across the head with the steel chair. Tatiana, wailing on Liberty Bell Danielle, and she is in big time trouble. Danielle disarms her, gets a hold of her, but a counter from Titania, a kick to the knee, and driven into the ring steps. Oh, she caught every corner too, and she is surrounded by three of the sectarian women, Titania, Drew Draven, and Selena Sheik. And there's just nothing she can be able to do about it. Titania countered and smashed into the ring steps. Oh, here we go again. Selena Sheik. God knows what they're saying to each other, but this is not good. Titania, rounded up by Danielle, rolled back inside the ring. She might have a chance of stopping Titania. Drew Draven and Selena Sheik stay out of the way. Looks like she might have a shot here. She's stalking Titania. Sets her up for the... Oh, no counter! Slam face first into the canvas. Tatiana. Countered by Danielle, whipped into the corner. And countered again, a boot to the face of Danielle. Tatiana seems unstoppable. Rolls her out to the top rope and out onto the floor. Now look at this. Celebrating. Danielle is rounded up. Here come the Disciples of Darkness. Danielle rolled back inside the ring. And she is... Oh, no. Titania rounds her up again. Oh! Wicked kick. What in the blue hell? Shut up.
What the hell is that? Titania, appearing to radiate some supernatural force, but that just can't be. Danielle's fighting to get back up, to go after Titania again, but she's already taken a hellified beating from Titania, or whatever Titania is now.
And here comes that pump handle Samoan drop that she does. I guess she's still got that one in her arsenal. Oh man, this is unbelievable. Oh no. Titania and Showbiz is part of the sectarian. She's gonna do it again. No, come on man, enough's enough. Another pump handle Samoan drop for Danielle Heathcote. Oh man. Oh, she is laid out. This is not good at all. And Tatiana. Back with Showbiz as part of the sectarians, this is definitely going to change the complexion of things at Homecoming this Wednesday.
Sorry, folks, but we've got to go to a break, and we'll be right back.
Let's conclude the first hour with a no-rules matchup. Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam, backed up by Sabu, facing the current no-rules champion Troll Barton, with Craig NBC Block at ringside.
And boy howdy, has Troll Barton been on fire since taking the No Rules title from Magic at Coliseum Games.
He sure has.
Barton's successfully taken down the Sandman and Sabu over the last few weeks, and this week, as you predicted Tex, it's Mr. Monday Night, RVD.
The following no-rules contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Sabu from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing 245 pounds, here is Rob Van Dam.
Yes, sir. Troll Barton has had more than his share of problems with the ECW Pioneers. A couple weeks ago, the Sandman, Sabu last week, and you know Sabu would just love to see Rob Van Dam pick up a little bit of vindication for the ECW Pioneers in this non-title, no-rules matchup against the no-rules champion Troll Barton. And yeah, he has been hot, and he will be defending that no-rules championship again this week at Homecoming in New York City.
With no challenger officially signed to the match at the moment, it's basically gonna be a surprise for us and the fans as to who it's gonna be to try and get that belt away from the new champ, keeping him to a short 1-month run. But the way Barton fights, I kinda don't see that happening.
His opponent, accompanied by Craig NBC Block from Dublin, Georgia, weighing 295 pounds, he's the reigning RWL No Rules champion, Troll Barton.
The longest ever cruiserweight champion in RWL history, Craig Block, stands at ringside with his longtime friend and associate, the new No Rules champion, who wowed everyone at Coliseum Games by snatching the title from Magic, who, by the way, is super annoyed that his rematch against Barton won't be happening this week. He's gotta wait till March, and that's assuming Barton is still champion after Homecoming.
This breakneck schedule Barton's been keeping. A no-rules match every single week since Coliseum Games. I'm gonna say it again. This kind of schedule is unsustainable for anyone. It's got to catch up to him sooner or later. I get he wants to be seen as incredibly tough, but Barton's still only human.
Gotta admit though, if he takes down Rob Van Dam, that'll be 3 ECW Pioneers in a row. That would be an impressive feat for just about anybody. Well, Barton and Block, well, they've set up a pretty impressive comeback in 2026. Let's see how he does against RVD. They're calling him the trash can man these days because he loves trash cans. Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. Off we go. They lock it up. Rob Van Dam with a kick. A right, another kick. The educated feet of Rob Van Dam going to work. Misses with that moonsault. And Troll Barton beats his feet on the Mississippi mud. A series of stomps from Troll Barton. Goes behind. German release suplex on RVD. Craig NBC Block Applause his approval. There's an elbow across the chest of Rob Van Dam. Rwl Barton starting off real aggressive, real early. A rebound off the ropes. And here we go, big time splash. Rwl Barton crushing the ribs of Rob Van Dam here. Here's a cover. Wow, he doesn't waste a whole lot of time, that's true. Rob Van Dam back up on his feet. Rwl Barton grapples him, gets the upper hand, takes him all the way over to the far left turnbuckle. Head first into the buckle he goes, but Rob Van Dam counters with a hard right. Locks it up with Barton. Barton taken over to the ropes by Rob Van Dam. There's another kick. Rob Van Dam's going to try and kick this guy to death. But first, a little bit of tug of war with the left arm of Rwl Barton. Rob Van Dam whips him to the rope. Beautiful arm drag. That was art. Drop kick takes Barton down to the canvas. And RVD bouncing back pretty quick. There's a stomp to the midsection of Rwl Barton. Lines up the arm. There's a kick to the ribs. Barton goes right back down again. RVD not going to give him a break. There's a kick right to the leg. Barton finally finding himself in a little bit of trouble in this match. He rolls out. It's a non-title match, but that don't matter. It's no rules, and somebody's going to get hurt. Rob Van Dam charges over the top rope. Whoa! Well, damn. That was beautiful. RVD misses with that knee. Barton back up on his feet. Rounds him up. Takes a little walk for the first row, and there's a backbreaker for the first row crowd. Stretching out those vertebrae, too. Rwl Barton rolls RVD back inside the ring. Makes his own way back inside. Locks it up with Rob Van Dam. Look at the Sabu going under the... Oh, here we go. Don't bring out the trash can. You're just doing Barton a favor. There's a stomp to the midsection of Rob Van Dam. Rwl Barton imposing his will on Rob Van Dam here. And the fans here in the Meadowlands is going crazy. There's a stomp to the arm of RVD. A rebound off the ropes. And a big time splash that doesn't find the mark. RVD getting out of the way. Rob Van Dam whips Barton to the corner. Oh, man. Wonder who's picking up that trash can first. There's a forearm from RVD. A quick running start. And look at the beautiful monkey toss. RVD definitely giving the No Rules champion a run for his money. Rob Van Dam with a knee to the side of the head that doesn't connect. Barton gets out of the way. Rounds him up over the shoulder into the fireman's carry. Takes a little walk with him towards the corner. And boom, snake eyes head first right into the top turnbuckle. Barton rounds him up by the goozle. Takes him up. Takes a little walk with him towards center ring. There's another backbreaker. Takes a walk with him again. And there's another backbreaker. Rob Van Dam suddenly on the receiving end again. One. Just the one that time. And still ain't nobody picked up that trash can yet. Almost 3 minutes into this match and nobody's picked up a weapon. This is a pretty good one. Barton countered by Rob Van Dam with a kick. Pushed into the corner. Barton counters with an elbow to RVD. A hard right hand. Shoves him down to the... Here we go. Here comes the trash can man. Boom! Right across the back of Rob Van Dam. Personally, I think Trash Can Man's kind of cool. I heard somebody call him the Garbage Pail Kid. I didn't think that one was too neat. Rwl Barton with a heel hook stretch on Rob Van Dam. And well now, this one's gone back and forth quite a bit already. Here's another pin attempt. 1, 2. Near fall. Not near enough. Both these guys at ringside, the second, Sabu and Craig NBC Block. Very, very animated, but you'll notice that Craig NBC Block has not assisted in any way so far. Little doodle hustle, a little kick to the midsection from Rwl Barton, locks it up with Rob Van Dam. Has him up over the shoulder, takes a walk with him towards the far left corner, head first into the turnbuckle again, and he just busted him open. Oh, damn. Okay. Barton going under the ring, comes up with, well, now, big old ladder. And if he brings it out, chances are it's going to get used. Barton rolls it back inside the ring. RVD with the trash can now. There's a kick. And slammed into the edge of the trash can by Rob Van Dam. A stomp to the back of Rwl Barton. RVD drives a knee into the head of Barton. Covers and hooks the leg here. A lot of pins in this matchup. Man. Kick from Rob Van Dam. Looks like we're going to get engaged in a little bit of a slugfest here. Barton and RVD trading shots back and forth. A disrespectful slap across the face from Barton. There's a right hand, another slap across the chest, and down goes Rob Van Dam. Wow. Another pin. 1, 2. But again, no. Neither one of these guys has got an ounce of quit in them. Barton brings him up by the throat again. Takes a walk with him towards center ring, and there's going to be another series of backbreakers from Troy Barton. The No Rules champion determined to pick up yet another win over Rob Van Dam. He's beaten the Sandman and Sabu in recent weeks. RVD with a kick to the leg. Troy Barton gets a hold on him, whips him to the ropes, has him up, Spawn Buster from Big Troy Barton. RVD looks like he might have had the wind knocked out of him. As Barton drags him towards center ring. Rounds him up for a gut wrench. Well, look at this. Ooh, man, what a slam. Troy Barton. Hard right. Whoa. Took down Rob Van Dam like Johnny Lightning, All the way up on the top turnbuckle is Barton. Craig NBC block looks on, but he crashes and burns. Rob Van Dam counters with a stomp, having gotten out of the way just in time with that splash. RVD putting the boots to Troy Barton. Well, this one's been pretty intense so far. There's a kick right to the face. RVD turning it around again, taking the momentum over. There's another shot into the turnbuckle for Troy Barton. Barton rounded up, slammed down by RVD, takes a little walk right over him. This ain't gonna be good. Whoa, look at that. That's a nice moonsault. Here's another pin. 1, 2. This is a pin-happy match, man. Wow. I'm liking this one. RVD with the trash can. Oh, damn, right across the top of the head of Troy Barton. RVD with a clothesline takes Barton down to the canvas. Rebounds off the ropes. Beautiful moonsault, dead center ring. Covers and hooks the leg again. 1, 2. It's actually a very smart strategy, trying to pin early and pin often. He might be able to take Barton out. It's just one pin. Craig NBC block. Getting into it with a busted open Rob Van Dam, bleeding happily. Barton goes behind. There's a shot to the back. RVD whipped into the turnbuckle, into the exposed steel. Okay, I'll shut up now. Craig NBC block must have exposed that turnbuckle. Barton, oh man, from all the way across down, damn near basketed RVD with that trash can. And one more time by the throat, RVD brought up out of the corner. And there's another series of backbreakers. The No Rules champion turning it around yet again. This match has been seesaw all day long. Out to the floor goes Rob Van Dam. Troy Barton all the way up on the top turnbuckle here. Waiting for RVD to get stood up. Here he comes. Big time shoulder tackle from 10 feet up. Hey. Troy Barton rounds him up over the shoulder, turns him around. Reverse dominator. Barton stalking RVD on the outside, but there is no referee's count here in a No Rules matchup. He can just go as long as he wants. Barton sets him up, spinning powerbomb on the outside floor. And RVD catches a big time splash, and Barton's no lightweight. RVD laid out, I should say, as Barton goes under the ring, comes back with a sledgehammer. Right in the lower abdomen. RVD quickly counters with an elbow, takes Troy Barton down to the canvas. Barton locked up by RVD, rolled back inside the ring. Rob Van Dam rounding up that sledgehammer for himself. A kick from Rob Van Dam off the middle rope and takes down Barton against Sabu, exposing the turnbuckle in the far left corner. Exposing the steel. There's a kick to the ribs from Rob Van Dam. And there's another kick to the back. RVD quickly all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here he comes. Big time splash. Here's another pin. 1, 2. And again, no. Troy Barton getting the right shoulder up just in the nick of time. Here comes that trash can into play one more time. Slams right into the head of Troy Barton. There's a moonsault off the ropes from Rob Van Dam, and yet another cover. 1, 2. They are certainly keeping referee Walt Ruffman very busy tonight. Barton rolls to the outside. Rob Van Dam retrieving that sledgehammer and looking pretty confident right about now, and why the hell not? He's got the advantage. He rolls out to the outside, misses with the sledgehammer. Barton disarms him, gets behind him, has him up over the shoulders again, and also slammed him down on the floor. Barton rounds up Rob Van Dam, rolls him back inside the ring. With less than 5 minutes to go, this has been a real good one. Hard shot to the back of RVD, a kick to the midsection. Throw of Barton. Rounds him up again for another spinning powerbomb, this time on the inside of the ring, this time with a pin. 1, 2. Man. Yeah, Barton's getting a little bit frustrated. This match, to his mind, should have been over quite some time ago. Again, here comes that trash can. Right across the back of RVD. A stomp to the back of the head. Barton rounds him up nice and slow. Nails him with a discus punch, takes him right down again. Flips him over, there's a stomp to the leg. Throw Barton again, turning the momentum around, and I've lost count of how many times this shifted. Again, Barton going under the ring, this time coming up with a damn table. Craig NBC Block getting into a little conversation with referee Walt Rothburn as Throw Barton imposes his will on Rob Van Dam. Sabu not appreciating what he's seeing. RVD makes his way to a standing position against the ropes. Troll Barton gets a hold on him. Rounds him up. Front cradle. Look at this. Up against the ropes with knees to the ribs of Rob Van Dam. Still maintains it and follows it up with a follow-away slam. Nice combination of moves from Troll Barton. The No Rules champion picking up his favorite toy. Slams it across the chest of Rob Van Dam. Barton makes his way to the top turnbuckle here. Sabu looking on. RVD making his way to a standing position. Craig NBC Block cheering on Troll Barton. And here it comes. Whoa! Quick counter from Rob Van Dam into a power slam, but misses with the moonsault. Barton with a right. Another right. A chop, but Rob Van Dam counters, gets a hold on Troll Barton. Whips him into the steel in the corner. And Mr. Monday Night turns it around yet one more time, and this match is running out of time, let me tell you that. Not only is it running out of time, these two are wearing the hell out of each other. That is damn sure. Barton in the corner, RVD slams him into the steel. Might have gotten his head. Rob Van Dam quickly over the top rope, up the top rope, whoa, coast to coast from across town. Well, down. Here's another pin. 1, 2. Shut up. What's it going to take to keep Troy Barton down? What's it going to take to keep either one of these guys down? Off the rope moonsault takes Barton down to the mat again. With less than 2 minutes to go. Driving knee into the side of the head of Troy Barton. The No Rules champion in trouble one more time, and that trash can is just about destroyed. Snap suplex from Rob Van Dam. Oh, look at this. Both of them are laid out. Now, you know, ordinarily any of the Wrestling Federation, we'd break to a commercial at this point. RVD back up on his feet. Takes himself to the top left turnbuckle. Off we go into the Wahoo Yonder 5-star frog splash. This could be it. 1, 2. Again, Barton getting that left shoulder up. What in the hell? They've hit each other with everything but the damn kitchen sink, and they're still going. With a little over a minute to go. RVD under the ring, cracks him upside the head with the kendo stick, cracks him across the back a couple of times. Man, both these guys are pretty frustrated. Less than a minute to go now. An elbow takes Barton down to the canvas. Barton rounded up by Rob Van Dam, rolled back inside the ring. And he is laid out center ring. Rob Van Dam off the middle rope. There's a beautiful crossbody from RVD. Barton definitely in big trouble in the closing seconds of this matchup. RVD, look at this beautiful suplex, bent himself like a damn bow. RVD up on the top turnbuckle one more time. Here we go, leg drop right across the throat of Troy Barton. Here's another pin. 1, 2, 3, and with only 18 seconds to go, Rob Van Dam picks up an upset win over the No Rules champion.
The time 19 minutes and 42 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Rob Van Dam.
Now time for a bad pun. That was Rob Van Dam, near incredible. RVD picking up an impressive upset win over the reigning No Rules champion in a no title matchup, and who knows, might be RVD facing Troy Barton at homecoming after that. Well, it remains to be seen. That takes care of our first half of RWL Snarl this evening. Stick around. The second half is going to be just as good, if not better.